Good afternoon, everyone. I hereby call this first day, second regular session, Senate session to order. Today is Thursday, August 7th, 2025. The time is 3:05 p.m. here in the Senate chamber of the Honorable Vice Speaker, Suspi Mufnes Memorial Building, Capitol Hill, Saipan. I'd like to take this time to welcome everybody here today. Before we proceed, I respectfully ask that everybody put their mobile devices on silent mode or turn them off. For the viewing public, we are being streamed on cable television channel 23, the Senate's YouTube page, and the Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature Facebook. And with that, I kindly ask for everyone to rise for a moment of silent prayer. I now recognize the clerk to please call the roll.
Senator Babalta, Senator Calvo,
Present.
Senator Castro,
Stiga.
Senator Cruz,
Here.
Senator Hapschneider,
Egi.
Mr. President. Here. Senator Manglonia.
Present.
Mr. President, 6 members are present, 2 members are absent.
With 6 members present, we have the requisite number to proceed with today's Senate session. Please let the record reflect that Senator Magofnia and Senator Babalta are hereby excused from today's Senate session. Before we proceed any further, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our LB staff supporting us with today's session. As clerk, for our Senate clerk, we have Ms. Dolores Bermudez, our legal counsel, Ms. Antoinette Villa Gomez, our Sergeant at Arms, Sergeant Benjamin Tarlahi, our IT assistant, Delbert Camacho, and also our Youth Congress coordinator, Louis John Castro. Also with us is Senior Legislative Assistant, Ms. Jolyn Duenes Tagopal, Ms. Chanel Borja, who will be our journal clerk, and also with us, our staff from the office of Senator Cruz, Ms. Augusta Palacios. Thank you for your presence. Moving on to item B on the agenda is public comment. This is the section of our agenda where we allow for the public to provide comments on any one of the agenda items. The floor is now open for public comments. Good afternoon, sir. Please state your name and the entity you represent.
Hello, Mr. President, honorable senators. My name is Vin Armani. I'll keep this very brief as I know this is an auspicious occasion today. I'm honored today to have the opportunity to give public comment to this distinguished body to urge the immediate passage of HB 2413 to amend the fee structure for the Office of the Registrar of Corporations under the Department of Commerce and to remove daily penalty fees. Although our economy is clearly in a state of crisis, we at the Trade Council are hopeful that CNMI can come out of this trying time better than it was before, with a diversified economy that can grow at scale and benefit the people of the Commonwealth. One of the reasons that we're hopeful is that the stakeholders at the Department of Commerce, led by Secretary of Commerce Mofnas, have engaged the issue head on with a strategy based on strong economic principles. What we need most are new businesses being established that can source their tax revenue to the Commonwealth. In order to attract and retain these businesses, vigilance needs to be paid to the economic incentives represented by policies and procedures around business formation and licensing. HB 2413 represents a step toward making such procedures rational and friendly to businesses exploring relocation to CNMI. Your swift approval of this bill, which has already had a committee appearance and unanimous passage in the House, will send a strong signal to the people and to potential new businesses that the Senate is wasting no time in its efforts to generate the revenue needed to pull the government out of its current budgetary hole. The Trade Council humbly asks that you would add this bill to the calendar for action today, and we would ask you, honorable senators, for your yes vote and immediate passage of HB 2413. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rahmani. And would you mind if you could provide a copy to the Sergeant at Arms? Thank you so much. Public comment is still open.
Buenos dias, Mr. Chairman. Dan distinguished no membro gini legislatura ni senador na naguma inaano si Steve Mesngon, Deputy Commissioner for the Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Service. Dos artikulo gini no, Mr. Chairman, and President, the Department Communication number 24-10, which is defense in reference to Senate Bill number 24-33, which is to ensure the amendment of Title 1, Division 2, Part 1, Chapter 18, Article 1 to 7, and it code to the change of the structure of the department position-wise in reflect to the passage. I urge this whole body to kindly put forward no in sa popot testi na bill ni mamenda ipuparma na dinansi siguro raon naan niya hadi siya na posisyon na para u reflecta departamento gi dinansi na manera busgilo no Mr. President and Chairman gi paistigi in sa popota dangkulo sa popota deng gagago sa votación mismo por favor na kosinya in nais na chansa in inasigura na tahad dinan testimona na artikulo para inabansa mas dano finamolig i departamento ni fire da gilueno in nanam do talo dangkulo na votación na in sa popota 100% i departamento dangwalo ki bontigi manmalofan nahalom no testimonio na masapopota po na artikulo para i Senate Bill 24-33. Si Zeus masih ani ultimo loke by fanaya dongkula si Zeus masih gini ni opisina ni gobyerno na tsogi mandoto na debi na kontinua representado loke tanota luta za ugagod congratulacion talo na magumpunta tati senato po para municipal Island Luta za makontinua loke reputasyon para itaw tomami luta za giloeno ugago dangkulo na si Zeus Masi gobernota dan si gobyerno si David Apatang dan si former Senate President Dennis Mendiola na gua kumpiyansa na pata u kontinua demokrasya u mabansa mo na itanota dan tulo di Marianas. Si Zeus Masi, Mr. Chairman.
Zeus Masi, Mr. Mayor.
Hafidh Tiro, Honorable Senate President, and Honorable Senate members. My name is Juan Pua, Commissioner of Defense. I am submitting my written testimonial in full support for the Senate Bill 24-33, which seeks to rename key positions within the Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services. This amendment is an important step towards recognizing the vital roles of this position play in providing essential services to our communities. By updating the titles, we not only honor the dedicated professionals who serve in these roles, but also enhance the public understanding and appreciation of their work. Renaming this key position will foster a greater sense of pride and accountability within our emergency services, ultimately leading to improved morale and effectiveness as they respond to the needs of our community. I appreciate your attention to this important matter, and I urge you and your colleagues to support this amendment. Thank you for your commitment to enhancing public service, and thank you for your leadership. Jesus Masi.
Jesus Masi, Commissioner Poole. Public comment is still open. There being none, public comment is hereby officially closed. If there are no objections from the members, I would like to proceed on to item N on today's agenda, reports of special and conference committees. No objections. And with that, I would like to recognize our floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have Special Committee Report number 24-02 from the Senate Credential Committee reporting regarding the appointment of Paul A. Manglona to fill a vacancy in the Senate and given the task of reviewing the credentials of Paul A. Manglonia. I move for its adoption.
There has been a motion and has been seconded for the adoption of Special Committee Report number 24-02. Before we move on to the discussion, may I kindly ask the Sergeant at Arms to please escort Mr. Manglonia into the chamber. Ay, no. Sige po. Ano? And with that, before we take the vote, I will now recognize, the floor is open for discussion, and I would like to recognize Senator Francisco Q. Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President and members of the Senate, your Credential Committee is ready to present Special Committee Report number 24-02. And if there's no objection, I would like to read the full report.
No objections.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is in reference to Governor's Message number 24-63, appointment of Paul A. Manglonia. Your Senate Credential Committee, to which was referred Governor's Message number 24-63 regarding the appointment of Paul A. Manglonia to fill the vacancy in the Senate, and given the task of reviewing the credential of Paul A. Manglonia, begs leave to report as follows. Your Credential Committee recommends that the Senate of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature accept the credential of Paul A. Manglonia to serve the remaining term of former Senate President Dennis C. Mendiola as a senator representing the 1st Senatorial District in the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature. Your Credential Committee finds that due to the untimely passing of Governor Arnold I. Palacios on July 24, 2025, Senate President Dennis C. Mendiola ascended to the office of Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands pursuant to Northern Mariana Island Constitution, Article 3, Section 7, on July 25, 2025. Senate President Dennis C. Mendiola submitted his resignation letter to newly sworn-in Governor David M. Apateng and the Honorable Senators of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature. The Senate accepted the resignation of President Mendiola on July 31st, 2025 at its first day 5th Special Senate Session and declared a vacancy in the Senate. Your Credential Committee finds that Article 2, Section 9 of the NMI Constitution provides that if less than one-half of a Senate member's term remains, the governor should fill the vacancy by appointing the unsuccessful candidate for the office in the last election who received the largest number of votes and is willing to serve. On July 30, 2025, Governor David M. Apateng appointed Paul A. Manglonia based on the certified result of the last election held in November 2024 from the Commonwealth Election Commission, who is the next unsuccessful candidate for the office in the last election who received the largest number of votes and is willing to serve as a member of the Senate representing the 1st Senatorial District. On July 31, 2025, Senate President Carl King Neighbors established a Credential Committee and appointed 3 members to the committee to which was referred the appointment of Paul A. Manglonia to fill the Senate vacancy. Your Credential Committee finds that Article 2, Section 2C and D of the NMI Constitution require that senators be qualified to vote in the Commonwealth at least 25 years of age, a resident and domiciliary of the Commonwealth at least 5 years immediately preceding the date on which the senator takes office, and registered to vote in the senatorial district where he or she is a candidate. Your Credential Committee held a committee on August 4, 2025 to deliberate and review on the appointment and credentials of Paul A. Manglonia to fill the Senate vacancy. After reviewing all the relevant documents and information, your Credential Committee finds that Paul A. Manglonia is qualified to vote in the Commonwealth, was born prior to August 4, 2000, has been a resident and domiciliary of the Sinamay since at least August 4, 2020, and is registered to vote in the 1st Senatorial District.
Your Credential Committee further finds that Paul A. Manglonia is the next unsuccessful candidate for the office in the last election who received the largest number of votes and is willing to serve as a member of the Senate representing the 1st Senatorial District. Accordingly, your Credential Committee voted to accept both messages from the Governor, David Apatang, especially Governor's Message number 24-63 and Governor's Message number 24-66. Your Credential Committee finds that Paul A. Manglonia meets all the requirements of the NMI Constitution and Commonwealth Code, such as there is no provision with which compliance would prohibit the acceptance of his credentials. Your Credential Committee further finds that it is unaware of any defect in morals or character that will militate against Paul A. Manglonia being seated as a member of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Senate. In conclusion, based on the foregoing, your Credential Committee recommends that the credential of Paul A. Manglonia be accepted by the full Senate and that he be seated as a member of the Senate to serve the remaining term of former Senate President Dennis C. Mendola in the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature, and that he be granted all the rights, privileges, immunities, and responsibilities pertinent thereto. In addition, Senate Communication number 2492, resignation letter of Senator Dennis C. Mendola, dated July 25, 2025, Governor's Message number 24-63, Governor's letter appointing Paul A. Manglonia, dated July 30, 2025, and Government Message number 24-66, certified result for 2024 First Senatorial District, dated August 4th, 2025, are attached to this report. Thank you, and I yield back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Cruz. The floor is still open for discussion. Ready? And with that, I will kindly ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
Ngan.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Ngan.
Senator Manglonia.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 6 members voting yes.
With all 6 members voting yes, Special Committee Report number 24-02 is hereby adopted by this body and placing Senator Paul back into the 24th Commonwealth Sinai Legislature. Sergeant at Arms, please escort Senator Paul to his seat. At this time, we'll be taking a short recess, but we'll keep the live stream on to go ahead and allow for the to allow Judge Kim to administer the oath. So, short recess.
Check.
Where would you like her, Senator Press? Just there.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands,
of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands,
the covenant to establish
the covenant to establish
a Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands
a Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands
in political union
with the United States of America,
the applicable provisions of the Constitution,
the applicable provisions of the Constitution,
laws and treaties
of the United States of America,
and that I will faithfully discharge my duties
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Short recess. We'll rise back and we'll return to item C, reading and approval of the journal. Oh, my apologies, short recess. And please let the record reflect that Senator Paul is hereby present for the remainder of this session. Moving on to item C of the agenda, reading and approval of the journal. I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have Senate Journal number 24-07, first day, third special session dated June 23rd, 2025. I move for its adoption.
There has been a motion offered and seconded for the adoption of Senate Journal 2407. All in favor say aye. All opposed, ayes have it. Senate Journal 2407 is hereby adopted. Floor leader.
Mr. President, we have Senate Journal number 24-08, first day, fourth special session dated July 14th, 2025. I move for its adoption.
There's been a motion for the adoption of Senate Journal 2408 and has been seconded. Discussions? There being none, I'll go ahead and all in favor say aye. All opposed? Senate Journal 2408 is hereby adopted. On to item D, messages from the governor. Recognize the clerk.
Mr. President, we have 11 on our agenda, 24, that's 55 to 67.
Discussion from any of the members? Being none, moving on to item E, communication from the judiciary.
We have one, Mr. President, 2402.
Any discussions from the members? Ready? F, communications from the heads of executive departments.
We have 24 to 10 to 11.
Any comments from the members? Ready? Moving on to item G, communications from the House Clerk.
We have 5 on our agenda, 2442 to 50.
Any discussions from the members? Ready? Item H, communications from the Senate Clerk.
Mr. President, we have 24, that's 84 to 97.
None. On to item I, communications from CNMI delegate. There are none. Unfinished business. There are none. Pre-filed bills, initiatives, local bills, and resolutions. I'll go ahead and introduce this bill on behalf of the former Senate President. Officially introducing Senate Bill number 24-42 to establish the CNMI fiscal impact of legislation and for other purposes. Moving on to item L, introduction of bills, initiative, local bills, and resolutions. I recognize Senator Hofschneider.
Mr. President, formally introduce Senate Resolution number 24-08. Senate Resolution to recognize and commend Pamela Yvette M. Sablon for her exceptional contributions and unwavering dedication to conservation practices to support the agricultural community in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. And Mr. President, if there's an objection from the members, I respectfully ask that we place this on resolution calendar for action today. Thank you.
If there are no objections, I'd like to recognize the floor leader for the proper motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to suspend pertinent rules to place Senate Resolution 2408 on today's resolution calendar for action.
Second.
There has been a motion to place Senate Resolution 2408 on today's resolution calendar for action. Discussions? Ready? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Senate Resolution number 24-08 is hereby placed on today's resolution calendar for adoption. Okay, moving on to reports from standing committees, there are none. On to the resolution calendar. Recognize floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move for the adoption of Senate Resolution number 24-08 to recognize and commend Pamela Yvette M. Sablon for her exceptional contributions and unwavering dedication to conservation practices to support the agricultural community in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands.
There has been a motion for the adoption of Senate Resolution 24-08 and has been seconded. Discussions? If there are none,
President,
Yeah,
just
recognize.
quickly, I know that, and I appreciate the members' consideration. This gentle lady is, for those that know her, helped in many ways possible throughout the CNMI over the years, and I think it's only appropriate that upon her separation from the entity, this body and the community at large that had an opportunity to work with this person, I would understand why this body is recognizing her contribution. So with that, I thank you again for your consideration. Appreciate it.
thank you, Senator Hofschneider. Any other members? Okay. All in favor for the adoption of Senate Resolution number 24-08 say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. The Senate hereby adopts Senate Resolution 24-08. On to item P on the agenda, bill calendar. There are none. Item Q, petition, memorials, and miscellaneous communications. None. On to announcements. Recognize Senator Hofschneider.
Just quickly, Mr. President, just to remind the Fiscal Affairs Committee that we have a committee meeting to address the concurrent resolution this coming Monday in this chamber, August 11 at 1:30 p.m. So just wanted to remind the members to please be here. And of course, our Senator Paul Manglonia is also going to be part of that committee, so you're hereby solely notified to be, if you can make it over this coming Monday. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Hofschneider. Recognize Senator Castro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to thank our colleagues at the House for their work in passing Senate Bill 24-08 to amend certain provisions of the CNMI Recycling Act of 1999 and to establish the Department of Public Works as its proper authority and for other purposes. This bill is going to help our Commonwealth save a lot of money, and it also puts the cost of litter back onto those responsible for littering. So again, thank you to our members here at the Senate and our members at the House.
Thank you, Senator Castro.
Thank you.
Just
Recognize Senator
quickly,
Hofschneider.
under announcement, respectfully, thank you, press, for the listening public and everyone here, to the mayor of Tinian, the community of Tinian. The leadership wishes to invite everyone here to join us this weekend, beginning Friday, for the BBB celebration. It's beef, beer and bands and beaches celebration on the island of Tinian. So please come down and join us, celebrate the festivity, and we hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Hofschneider. Recognize floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to announce to the viewing public, especially those who are on Rota right now, tomorrow there is a presentation that will be conducted by a group of archaeologists who came from Spain and are doing some research, and they've discovered some bones in Mount Taipinglet, otherwise known as the Wedding Cake Mountain. And so they found bones dating back 1,000 years, and so they want to share with the community some of their findings. So if anyone's interested, you can head over to the Mayor's Conference Hall tomorrow, I think it may be around 4:30 to 5, around that time. Thank you.
Thank you, Floor Leader. Any other members? Recognize Senator Mangonia.
Just want to say, Mr. President, I know we're under announcement, but I'm just going to ask, with the indulgence of the members, if you allow me even just 2 minutes, just a short statement, because I know that there are people out there listening in on this session, and if you would allow me under announcement to just
Any objections from the
give a
members?
short,
No
very short
objections?
remark.
By all means, the
Okay.
floor is yours.
Jesus Mosi. First, Mr. President and members, I want to extend my congratulations to you and the new officers of the Senate that were installed just last week. No, congratulations to all of you. I'd like to greet all our friends in the gallery, beginning with Judge Teresa Kim, who swore me in. I want to thank her for joining us, and also so many people in the back. But I want to recognize the Special Assistant for Legislative Affairs. I see him here, Paul Regis, so that he can extend my congratulations also to the governor and the lieutenant governor, to a new governor and lieutenant governor. I see patients from Rhoda who are here from the guest house. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And also a special guest here, I see Pution Palacios Camacho, U.S. Coast Guard Academy. So she's here on summer vacation. I want to recognize her. And of course, my friends, many of them are back there from the McDonald's Manamco Breakfast Club. They're all here, too numerous to mention. To the people of the Commonwealth, both here and abroad, in Guam, Hawaii, and across the mainland USA, Hofade Jesus Masi for joining us today. I am deeply humbled to be here and grateful for the opportunity to continue serving our people in the Commonwealth Senate. As mandated by our Constitution, Governor David Apatan appointed me to fill the vacancy created by the untimely passing of our beloved Governor Arno R. Palacios. So I'm here. I was just here like 3 or 4 months ago because Representative Julie Ogo and the House presented me with a resolution on my retirement. Little did I know that I'm going to be here again very soon after that. But believe it or not, this marks my third vacancy appointment to the Senate, a very rare privilege that I do not take lightly. With 8 senatorial elections, 3 vacancy appointments, including this one today, over a span of over 36 years, I am honored to have had the opportunity to serve our people in the Commonwealth for such an extended period. That is why today my speech is simply a heartfelt thank you, and Jesus Mosi. I want to thank I want to express my deepest gratitude to the people of Rhoda for the honor of serving them over the decades. As long as I hold this office, I will give all that is within me to put the people first. Jesus Mosi, takilo este nonru noizo, di be malefa todos manatong i sacrificial miso za be prometi hamzu ti be na famteko namzu. Most of all, I will remember that while the honor is mine in representing our people, this Senate seat, as I've always said over the years, belongs to the people we serve. Indeed, it is the people's seat. I know I will not be here without my family, friends, and supporters. Jesus Monsi, usengway zamzu todos, imani lu i asagwania, i familia siya, no familia lo kisya manggaya gini todos, amin gua manggaya siya gini jan iman atungota, eju siya turtipu matatiti Jesus Monsi, usengway za hamzu todos za utunga siya na turi tempu no na juju dazu za taza pasu no hamzu. I will not be. I would also like to thank my wife Lydia, who presently is in Portland for medical follow-up. No, na bravo na animu mom and also our children for their patience and love. They're my pillars, and I'm grateful for their support even from afar. Denny, Joy, and some of the family members are here, and I know the others are all watching live on Facebook. No, pues, memorias para todos. Lastly, I thank Almighty God for the blessings bestowed upon my family and me. I ask for your continued guidance as I serve the people of the Commonwealth. Mr. President and fellow members, we have much work ahead. I'm looking forward to collaborating with each and every one of you. Tunga na tatunga todo na mampus yung manasapit ganun gi tanota makat ekonomiya mampus no challenging lo we all have to continue to work together for a prosperous future for our Commonwealth and its people. Mas dangko na si Diyos Masi, Mr. President and members, si Diyos Masi tauto luta dan tauto mariana sinceramente. God bless us all. No, thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Paul. On behalf of myself and the members of the Senate, we welcome you back. Now moving on. Moving on to adjournment, I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move for the adjournment of today's session, subject to your call.
There has been a motion for the adjournment, subject to the call of the chair, and has been seconded. All those in favor say aye. All opposed? This Senate session is hereby adjourned at 3:44 p.m. Good afternoon, everyone.